Hey, greetings everyone from our home to yours. I hope that this finds you safe and well. Welcome to another episode of us trying to figure out the things that Jesus said, the stories that Jesus told, and the lessons that Jesus taught. Today our passages come from Matthew chapter 10, verses 32 and 33, and I'll read those from the CSB version. And it says, "Therefore, everyone who will acknowledge me before men, I will also acknowledge him before my Father in heaven. But whoever denies me before men, I will also deny him before my Father in heaven." I have to admit, this is a rather troubling passage. I was taught that the meaning of this passage was that if we, as Christians, didn't tell other people that we were Christians or tell other people about Jesus, then we were going to go to hell. I mean, it's scary, but it's also kind of sad, isn't it? Is this passage about salvation or eschatological judgment? Well, the context of this passage is that Jesus has sent out 12 of his disciples. He sent them out to all the towns and villages to tell them the good news that the kingdom of heaven was near, or that the kingdom of heaven was here. And then he tells them that there was going to be some persecution. People are going to say some things. And then he tells them that there would be some people who would basically deny him. And then Jesus says, everyone who acknowledges him before other people, he will acknowledge before God. So is this a warning? And if it is, who's it a warning to? Well, I think in context, what Jesus is doing is letting his disciples off the hook. It's like he's telling them, don't worry. If they don't acknowledge me, I won't acknowledge them. It's like he's continuing on with the subject matter, with the whole him telling them all the instructions. And then he makes this statement that they are more important than sparrows. And it's like the disciples ask, well, what do we do if they don't listen to us? And what do we do if they don't accept you? And Jesus is kind of saying, well, don't worry about that. If they deny me, I deny them. So ultimately, this could be a warning about hell, but I really don't think so. But it is for sure not a warning that if we don't tell other people that we are Christians, or we don't tell other people about Jesus, that we're going to hell. So it's not a warning to Christians. It's a statement of what is and what would be if those folks deny Jesus. And I think that's the sad truth. No matter how hard we try, no matter what we say, no matter what we do, there will be people who deny Jesus. There were people at that time who saw many of the miracles that Jesus did. There were relatives of folks who probably got healed, even folks that saw Lazarus raised from the dead, that still did not believe Jesus is who he says he is. And they still denied him. So I think what Jesus is saying to the disciples is this is between those people who hear. What about us? What is this passage for us? Why is this passage here, and what can we take away from it? I think what it means is live your life in a way that shouts the good news and the hope of who Jesus is to the world by the way that we live, not the things that we say. So may we go shouting and being the light and salt to the world. God bless you. Have a great week. Grace and peace to you.